Now, China's aim in Europe is to offer a counterweight from the US, but frictions remain over a trade deficit of nearly $360 billion between China and the EU. How will Wang measure this with EU leaders?
I think the way Foreign Minister Wang Yi is going to measure this is more in terms of stabilizing the overall macro-political relationship. Yes, there are serious issues on the trade and economic front, and in fact, there has been progress and some important progress, but that might not be enough. But considering the state of global affairs today, considering the fact that this is the 50th year of US-China, of EU-China relations, which they will mark in Beijing, I think the message is from Mr. Wang Yi is that we are major markets, major political actors, major civilizations. It is our responsibility to lend stability to the international system. I think that is the overall framework with which he is approaching his brief.
Another sticking point has been rare earth minerals, much like in the United States. And China has proposed establishing a green channel to ease the exports to the EU. How would that work exactly?
The green channel will be something like a white list. It will be those particular EU firms, which require rare earths. They will obviously have to fill out documentation, and once there's satisfaction at the Chinese end that those rare earths will not be diverted to third parties, I think the process will move along. The way we have to look at this is that, China put many of these critical minerals, a number of critical minerals, on its dual-use export control list, and it perhaps should have not slapped it down right then. It should have put a kind of a notification period that these will get on the list, while China got its own act together on how it was going to manage and do oversight of that list. In any case, that list was drawn up in early April, so everybody was impacted, not just the EU, but other countries also. And what China is saying is, we will put you at the front of the queue in terms of helping your firms get this once we can get all the paperwork and the modalities right. And so it will work as a whitelist, and there will be an automaticity about it, but it is taking a little time, and China's aware of it.
And Wang will, of course, meet Germany's foreign minister to discuss diplomacy and security. This will be his first visit since Berlin's new conservative-led government took power in May. How do you see relations with Germany now, given this new change in government, and what can you expect from this meeting?
One always thinks that it could be a little tricky. It is a new German government. It is a conservative government. It has come into government at a difficult time for the EU, especially with the sort of the threats the Americans put, and so the EU is thinking more in a strategic autonomous capacity in terms of reducing its dependencies, whether it's with America or it's with regard to China. So it's a little bit of a more hard-nosed government. But at the same time, this is, of course, a very pro-business government, and they understand the tightness and the importance and the interdependencies of the EU-China business relationship. So I actually think after a decent interval, I mean, the two governments will be working hand in glove on the business front, trying to hash out their problems and looking at the relationship not in zero-sum terms, but in positive-sum terms.
Sourabh Gupta, always wonderful to have you on the program. Thank you.
You're welcome.